Hey guys, Zul'jin here and welcome to Slay the Spire. My good friend DraxLP recommended this game to me, saying that it was good, and I haven't been able to put it down. It's absolutely wonderful. It's a deck building roguelike that takes you through a series of encounters, and you can get upgrades and cards and things of that nature. There's a couple character classes that are available after you get a few unlocks done, and there's one that's still locked in early access. So, we're going to start off with the Ironclad. The remaining soldier of the Ironclad sold his soul to harness demonic energies. You have what's known as a relic to start with. And both of these characters have different relics which kind of enable their abilities and the cards that they get quite drastically different. Anyway, I've already got a few unlocks done with the Ironclad. Start off with 80 hit points, 99 gold, and let's embark. And I'll kind of bring you up to speed on the game. Also, Northern Lion is playing this game, and I've been watching a ton of gameplay footage from him. And what's crazy is that when you're playing, you miss a ton of stuff, right? So as a viewer, it's going to be hard for you not to get frustrated, especially if you know what to do with this game. So I apologize ahead of time. Let's go ahead and get started. I am not a pro here. So this is the first thing. If you get far enough into the level when you die, you get a little bonus or a little variation that you could select from to start. So you can obtain a random card, obtain 100 gold, lose 8 max hit points, and remove 2 cards. And removing cards you can do for a couple different reasons. You could do it to tighten up a strategy in a deck, or remove bad cards, which are like curses and stuff. Or I could lose my starting relic and obtain a random boss relic. So our starting relic is Burning Blood. At the end of combat, heals 6 hit points. This is actually a very, very, very good artifact. So or a relic. So I'm gonna try my best to just keep that and utilize it to get through the first series of encounters, or all the encounters actually. So the first thing I'm gonna do here, I think, is I'm gonna obtain a random rare card. And we have Feed, which is a great card. You can check your deck at any time, clicking here, and you can also check the map, which I'll show you in just a second. Feed, when you kill an enemy with this card, you gain 3 permanent max hit points. It also has the tag Exhaust, meaning that once you use it, it is taken out of your hand for the rest of that encounter, so you can't just use it over and over and over again. It has a cost of 1, and that's a reference to energy. Let's get into our first battle. First of all, we have a little map that shows a detailed way, kind of like in Faster Than Light. You can select the different spots to go to and see what the encounters are going to be like. You see the legend on the right side, and we're going to start off here with, I think, because I have 99 gold to start with, as always, I think I'm going to try to go to a shop relatively soon, and I'm going to try to dodge elites, because elites, if you're not ready for them, they can really ruin your run. At any rate, let's start off here. Alright, this is our first encounter, and you'll see here that you can highlight an enemy or mouse over an enemy, and it'll show you exactly what they got going on here. So this is their intentions. Basically, it's like what they're going to do. An aggressive intention means it's going to attack, and a strategic intention means it's going to use a buff. There's also debuffs and unknowns too. So what we got to do is we have to try to utilize the hand that we've been dealt with the energy that we have available in order to dispatch the enemies while not taking as much damage, so we could get through the encounter and get loot and stuff like that. So this guy's going to attack me for 6, and this guy is going to buff himself up. I'm going to use a defense card to give myself 5 block, and now he's only going to do 1 damage when he hits. Other than that, I do have 2 energy available, so I want to go ahead and use strikes here. And that buff that he just did is Curl Up, or it's one of the things that he has right here. Curl Up. On taking attack damage, rolls up and gains 5 block. So you can actually kind of shoot yourself in the foot by not doing this right, and I've learned that the hard way, unfortunately. So anyway, they both have a block on them now, and they're both curled up. This guy is going to do no damage to me, but he's still going to do his buff, and this guy's still going to do 6 damage to me, 5 of which I'm going to be able to block. So let's go ahead and end turn and move on. Now, I'll be going much faster through the rest of the run once I explain the mechanics to you, so don't you worry your pretty little face about it, okay? Alright, so this is a great example of what happens with feed. So we only have one chance to use feed. Every time you finish a round, by the way, and you end the turn, you go, everything that's left over goes into your discard pile, and this is your draw pile. It doesn't show you what's in order, it just shows you what's available. Naturally, the only card we have left when it is defend. Once you run out of your draw pile, you reshuffle your discard pile back into your draw pile. So, what can we do right here? We have Bash, which is an 8 damage, and you can apply 2 vulnerable. Vulnerable creatures take 50% more damage. So that would probably open me up to be able to hurt this guy really, really bad. But Feed is going to allow me to do 10 damage to anything and gain max HP. So I have 79 of 80 hit points right now. I'm going to go ahead and use it on this louse so I can kill him. I gain 3 max hit points. It's reflected there. And I still have 8 to use. 8 to go. I do have 2 energy, which lines up with Bash. So I'm going to go ahead and use Bash, and that's it. We didn't have to worry about Curl Up anymore because we did enough damage to kill him. Our spoils are 10 gold. We can gain a new potion, which we have 3 potion slots up here. Swift Potion draws 3 cards, and we can add a card to our deck. So, every time you finish an encounter with a creature like this, you have the ability to choose one of 3 cards. The rarity is reflected in the color of the card up here, and what you try to do is build your deck to where certain cards that you collect synergize. So, for instance, there's cards that reflect things that you get bonuses for strength. So, if I would be trying to build a strength deck here, I would definitely go for flex. There's no way of knowing what you're going to get, but you're kind of allowed to steer your path by buying cards and things like that. So, Server Soul is one of the rare. There's 2 rare cards here. Well, I don't know if they're uncommon or rare. I think they're just uncommon. But Seeing Red gains 2 energy, and you exhaust it for 1. So you get an extra energy just for spinning this card. And Sever Soul is exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand and deal 16 damage. So it's stronger than our regular attack, but I think I like Seeing Red just for the acceleration, and it doesn't really dictate our run. So let's go to the second encounter here. And we got a couple of slimes. Okay, so they're going to be hitting me for a total of 13. 12, I'm sorry. So I can do a number of things here. I'm going to heal with my Burning Blood. I'm going to heal 6 no matter what, right? So by blocking 2 of them, I can negate almost all the damage and actually put a strike out there to potentially kill one of the things. We'll get closer to killing one of the things that are going to do more damage to me later. Also, sometimes they have like this acid slime has a well, the slimes I've seen have a split function, so they can actually split, and that's rough. Okay, so Seeing Red gives us the ability to gain another energy here, so we're gonna go ahead and use that. Now we're at 4. We can bash to put vulnerable on this guy. It would still have 2 swings left, which would be enough to kill the spike. I mean the small slime. So let's do that. And we only have 1 card left, but that's good. That's as far as we can go. Unfortunately, we're going to take 10 damage here, but we didn't really have any options due to block. Later on, you could get cards that help you draw, and you can make your deck do some pretty fantastic things. But, alright, so we got Feed again. If we do 12 damage here, it will be down to 12, and Feed will only do 10. So, unfortunately, that will not get us to where we want to go. We would have to cycle all the way back to Feed in order to get there. I could use my Swift Potion Let's see what else is in our draw pile. If I would happen to get Bash, because it's not in order. If I would happen to get Bash, it's possible that I could do it. Bash would do... How much will Bash do? Bash will do 8. And it applies Vulnerable, which for Vulnerable, it actually gives 50% more damage. So, if I applied 8, he would be at 16, and this would do 15. So he'd still be 1 point off. Alright, so let's go ahead and just use the 2 strikes. And we could use the feat. Well, yeah, let's use the feat. I don't know why I mistook that. My math is off. I told you, if you play in this game, you're gonna be if you're watching me play this game, you're probably gonna see me make a ton of mistakes. Alright. So we got a couple cards to go through again. Feel no pain. Whenever a card is exhausted, gain 4 block. So just like when Feed would have went away here with Exhaust, we would have gained 4 block if we would have used it. The bad thing about this is if it was a 0 skill, a 0 power, I would use it. Because once you use a power, you have that ability the entire encounter. But Exhaust is like a one-time deal, so I don't think this is a real good card. I haven't seen it synergize real well with anything. Combust at the end of your turn, lose 1 hit point, and deal 4 damage to all enemies. So this can be really good, and even though you say, man, costing 1 hit point, listen, sometimes it's worth it, because if there was 4 slimes trying to attack you for 5, that might be worth it, you know? And Body Slam, deal damage equal to your current block. This has some cool synergies too, but I think I'm gonna go with Combust. Alright, now we have the option to go to a shop or an encounter, and we're gonna go to the shop. We've earned a little bit of money since our first 99. Let's go ahead and select the merchant, and you can see there's potions that you could buy here. There's also a selection of relics, and there's a bunch of different cards, some of them being on sale like this one. So let's see here. What can we use here? At any time, you can pause the video to check out the cards that I'm looking at too, but let's see. Madness is a pretty good card. A random card in your hand costs 0 for the rest of combat. Exhaust. Secret Technique. Choose a skill from your draw pile. Okay. Spot Weakness. Inflame. I do like Inflame. And that's a power. That's just for the rest of battle. You also have a card removal service, which is really, really good. Sometimes when you get curses and stuff like that. I'll tell you what. Let's do, if an enemy intends to attack, gain 3 strength. So spot weakness, this would only work when there's an enemy that intended on attacking, which is a lot of the time, honestly. It's only 1 more strength compared to this one. But this is a skill. This is a power. That's a big difference. A skill is only used for that one time. A power you can get again to come up because it's not exhaust, right? We can view upgrades here. That's 3 strength. And this would go to 4 strength. I think I'm gonna pick spot weakness. Alright. Okay, that's good. Let's proceed. So we have the option to do a couple things here. We can select here, which this way would be encounter, and a rest spot. Or this would be 2 random encounters and a rest spot. Because I can always go back up the path here, and I think that's what I'm going to do. So you could get relics from these sometimes. You see, like a golden idol. You come across inconspicuous petal with a shining gold idol sitting atop it. It looks incredibly valuable. I don't know why I said it like that. You sure don't see any traps nearby. I'm gonna take it. Traps triggered. Okay. As you grab the idol and stow it away, a giant boulder smashes the ceiling onto the ground next to you. You realize that the floor is slanted downwards and the boulder starts to roll towards you. So, you could do a few things here. You could hide and lose max hit points, which is not ideal. You can temporarily take 17 damage, meaning that you could always heal it back. Or you could become cursed and get an injury. So, the curses sometimes could vary. This one is very, very easy to deal with, so I'm going to go ahead and choose it. Run! You barely leap into the side passageway and the boulder passes you by. Unfortunately, it feels like you sprained something, however. All right. So let's go ahead and go with the next encounter here. And by the way, we got the golden idol, which enemies drop 25% more gold now, which is good. You walk into a room and find a large hole in the ground. As you approach the hole, an enormous serpent creature appears from within. Ho-ho! Hello, hello, what have we got here? Hello, adventurer. I ask a simple question. The most fulfilling of lives is that in which you can buy anything. Do you agree? I could receive 175 gold, but get doubt, which would be another curse. But that's a lot of gold, man. I'm gonna do it. Yes, this will be worth it. All right, unplayable. So it's definitely a curse that appears in my hand now, but I can always remove those. And when I get to a shop, I'll show you guys. So because we got some extra gold now. So we have two options here. We can either rest, gives us 30% of our max health back, or we can upgrade. And that's what we're going to do because we're almost full on health anyway. So, I think seeing red is a very, very good card to upgrade, in my experience. We can also do spot weakness like we had looked before. We can upgrade anything. But I think seeing red is probably the best here, because that just gives us 2 free energy. It's basically like adding 60% more attacks every round, or blocks, or anything. It's very good. Okay, so we'll be able to upgrade again here if we take this route and don't do too much damage, or we'll be able to upgrade again here. And there's another shop here. I think I'm gonna go this way again. More question marks. Okay, there's another merchant. Good. So we've got the ability to do combust again if we want to. It's on sale. That would be pretty good for AoEs, being that we already have one that might be really good. But I'll tell you, it's only 38 bucks. Pommel Strike is really good too. Deal 9 damage, draw 1 card. Rampage, deal 8 damage every time this card is played, increases damage. I like that a lot. I actually like that a lot. Okay, so first of all, let's get rid of doubt, because that's pretty hardcore. And we have another 147 here. I could get rid of... Oh, we can't do it twice. Okay, but we could do it on another one too. I forgot to even look at the relics. This would have been pretty good. Tiny Chest is alright. Centennial Puzzle. The first time you lose hit points at each combat, draw 3 cards. That's kind of cool. At the end of combat, add a random colorless card to your hand. I don't know. I don't think I like those anyway. All right, let's get Rampage, and I think I'm gonna get another combust too. Okay, we got $41 left. Let's go. Let's go. And we got rid of that really bad curse, so we only down to 1 curse now. Oh, come across a dead adventurer on the floor. His pants have been stolen. Also, it looks to have been eviscerated and chopped by giant claws. Though his possessions are still intact, you're in no mind to find out what happened here. So, I could find loot, but there's a 25% chance the monster returns. I'm gonna do it. Couldn't find anything. Continue searching? Yep. 50% chance? You found a relic. Continue searching? I think it's probably like an elite. I do have full health though. Let's do it again. It looks like you've searched the belongings. 30 gold without a hitch. Wow, that's some luck, man. That's incredible. Okay, against all odds, man. All right, 26 gold and strawberry. Raise your maximum hit point by 7. Nice, very nice. Okay, we could go to that other shop here and take that out, but I think it's more important to be able to upgrade a card. So let's go to Smith again, and we should probably... I think I'm going to upgrade Feed. It does more damage, and you gain a permanent health boost. A bigger permanent health boost, even though it's 1 point. It adds up over time. Since we're on the first floor, Feed is going to be really, really good if we can make sure it happens on most encounters. Alright. Blood Vial. At the start of each combat, heal 2 hit points. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That is really good, man. Because it's really hard to gain health with any other class besides this one. And I already have a health gaining attribute. So being that combust, I'll be able to do combust pretty regularly now. Now, naturally, you don't want to do it on something like this because you're taking 1 damage for 3. But if they had like 2 or 3 enemies, it would probably be worth it. All right. Let's do Rampage. Let's defend. We're still going to take 7 damage here. And we'll do it like that. Yep. Let's do it like that. We have 2 potions in our inventory right now. Swift, and we have Dexterity. He did heal. Okay. Spot weakness because he intends to attack. That will get us some strength. Okay. And we have the ability to do 18 more damage to him. I think I'm going to block 1. There we go. That's about the best we can do here. Heal. And I have thorns. That was one of the things that I got. Bronze scales. Whenever you take damage, do 3 damage back. That's pretty darn good. Aha, look what we got. Perfect combo, man. So we got Seeing Red, which gives us 5 altogether. We can bash to give him 11 damage and vulnerable. And we can feed on him so that we gain hit points. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. And you saw the 5 golden parentheses. That was what we got extra. All right. So this is a pretty big deal here. Let's take a look at our deck, and the current cards that we have right now are, let's see. Spot weakness gives us strength. Does anything else give us strength? No. There's a card in this lineup that is very, very good. Heavy Blade. It allows you to do 14 damage. Strength affects the Heavy Blade 3 times. So that with spot weakness is very, very, very good. I think I am going to do that. Even though Impervious is an amazing card, this synergizes really, really well. I tell you what, I'm gonna pass. I think I should be defensively minded. Even though it's a good synergy, I think I'm going to go defensively minded here because I don't have that many defensive cards. And it could be really, really tough. Alright. Let's do... It's only 25, so we can do... Feed. There we go. That was great. All right, and this guy has the intent to use a buff, so we don't even have to worry about it. Yeah, defensive, keeping a well-balanced character is very, very important here. Let's go. I don't have any defensive stuff, so we're just going to go bash here, and I'm going to try to hit him as hard as I can. He's going to hit me for 13, unfortunately, but not much I could do about that. Yeah, I could have used Impervious the round before, but that would have... block goes away every single turn. So, unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about that. Now, there are cards and potions that allow you to keep blocking stuff. Or relics, I should say. That allow you to keep block through rounds. Cleave deals 7 damage to all enemies. Dual Wield, create a copy of an attack or power card in your hand. So Feed is an attack card. Combust is a power card. That would probably be pretty darn good. We can also do Rampage. So Dual Wield right here was probably good. Deal 4 damage and apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. Thunderclap's not that bad either for debuff. Especially if we were to use that with that other one. But I think Dual Wield is going to be better here. Alright, so we have a slime that splits. This is I recognize the buff here. When hit points is at or below 50%, will split into 2 smaller slimes with the slime spike L. Well, spike slime L's current hit points. So, he doesn't intend to do anything to us, so spot weakness would not work. We could dual wield, but that would only copy a strike. So that's not going to be a good deal either. I think I think we're just gonna go ahead and, yeah, we'll select dual wield just to select strike, but that's all we can do. We would have ran out of points, so. And we're frail now, which 25% less block from cards. When receiving an attack, deal 3 damage. That's for thorns. Frail is, yeah, 25% less block from cards for 2 turns. So if we use defend, for instance, we only get 3 block. Alright, so let's go ahead and bash here. And we're gonna strike. And we'll wait to see what he does. He's gonna lick us. How disgusting. Alright, so we're gonna be frail for another 3 turns still. So he's vulnerable now. He takes 50% more damage, and he's gonna be attacking. So can hit him really hard right now, and if we hit him when he splits, it'll interrupt him. So let's go with Rampage. Let's go with Strike. And let's go with Strike. And you can see here now, he's no longer attacking. It's gonna be interrupted. So he's gonna split now into 2 slimes with 8 hit points, because we got him down to 8. Oh, this is so good, man. Feed. Yes. Perfect timing. Seeing red doesn't help us here because we don't really have anything that we can do. I might as well just use Impervious. We could have used a Swift Potion to draw some cards there, but I don't think it's worth it. I try to use my potions when it's very, very evident that we'll need them, like boss fights or elites. Or when it's just very advantageous to avoid damage or seize the opportunity. Okay, this is great. We got Heavy Blade that's available. I wanted this with the skill show weakness, or, you know, find weakness. So this will be perfect. All right, now we have the ability to rest here or upgrade. I'm going to go with Smith again. And let's check out. So Heavy Blade is perfect here. Deal 14 damage to deal 14 damage, but this does 5 times. Spot weakness would only give us 4 strength, so I think Heavy Blade is better here. Confirm. Perfect. And we can do things like double that as well. Alright, so this is the boss fight. It could be a number of bosses that are available for this too. This is just one of the bosses that are available, which it just happens to be the easiest one available too. Okay, so he's gonna attack us right here. Let's just go ahead and use Impervious. That way he can't hit us. He can't do any damage to us, and that's gonna be it here. We have the ability to do some extra damage to him, but I think I'm gonna wait for that. I am gonna use some potions on him though. Goop Spray. So this is a debuff. We'll get draw reduction, 1 less card for 2 turns. All right, this is a Heavy Blade, which we don't have any strength yet, so I mean, it still does more damage than the strike, so I'm going to use it. I am not going to use feed, though. And that's it. We could have possibly done draw right there to try to get the right cards that we wanted to. Slime Crush. Okay, we don't need Seeing Red. Okay, so he's going to hit us really hard right here. Unless I can get him down to 70, which does not seem possible. That's like 39 points from now. I just don't have enough cards. It's possible that I could... Let's just go Swift Potion and see what happens here. Okay, this gives me more options. So if I use Dexterity, I get more block every time I use Defend, and I could probably defend most of his stuff right here. Let's do Seeing Red. We'll do Defend, Defend, Defend. That way we get a 21, so we're not going to take full damage from him. If we go with... I'll just use Spot Weakness and Strike. Alright. It's possible that I could have got him down, but I really don't think. It was kind of a forced stretch. I didn't have a good enough turn 1. Alright, we still took 14. The good news is, this is the last guy on this floor. So, what happens is, well, I had the Fire Potion too. I could have did it last time, possibly. I don't know. It would have still been in close. Anyway, this is the last guy on the floor, so if I kill him, I heal up all the way and I go to the second map. So he's going to hit me for 9 here. Let's go ahead and apply vulnerable to him. And strike. He would split if I used Fire Potion on him. I'm going to. Alright, so he has 53. There we go. So now he splits into 2. So these split as well. But one of them is going to start trying to debuff me, and one of them is just going to try to start pulverizing me here. So, same thing, we can interrupt him. I think that's what we're going to do right here. Let's bash him, and let's Rampage. And he is going to be interrupted now. Perfect. This guy is still going to be able to debuff me, but that's okay. So we're going to have 2 slimes with 20. And let's see. So we can do spot weakness here to gain strength. I have 6 strength right now. And watch this. We get combust, which is going to... Oh, wait. What just happened? I think I misunderstood. Oh, it does it every turn? Holy cow. I totally glazed over the card. That's actually really, really good, man. That's actually really good. Okay, so I could feed here, which is awesome. And I can heavy blade, which all this strength too. Watch this. 33 is pretty amazing, man. See, sometimes I trip over my words and make the wrong selections and stuff, but all in all, man, it's a really, really cool game. I'm enjoying it. Alright, we could do combust again. So we're gonna be doing like 8 damage every turn? Is that how it looks? Yeah. Gah! That's pretty incredible. We take damage, but that's okay. And we got thorns. Wow. That's pretty darn perfect, man. Pretty perfect. Let's just bash and get it over with. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first floor. 96 gold plus 24 gold energy potion, which gives us 2 energy, and we can add a card to our deck. Oh, there's another feed. We can climb hit point ladder very, very high with 2 of these things. Whenever a card is exhausted, draw 1 card. And no Dark Embrace. Bludgeon is ridiculous. 32 damage. I think I'm going to go feed, though. That's going to be 2 feeds, and we get a new relic. A choice of a new relic. Snecko Eye. Draw 2 additional cards each turn. Start each combat confused. Whenever you draw a card, randomize its cost. No, I don't think so. Runic Cube. Max hit points is lowered by 20%. Whenever you lose hit points, you draw 1 card. Wow. That seems pretty crazy. We would lose 20% of our hit points, though, which would bring us to, like, 80-something. But we'll have feed. We'll be able to climb that ladder again, but I don't know. I kind of like the max hit points. For every 5 cards in your deck, heal 2 hit points whenever you enter a campfire. I'm going to do that. Even though it's weaker than the other one, I think this is going to add to our already, like, health point synergies. And I think it's going to be really, really cool. Now it's level 2, the city. And I'm going to save that for the next video, you guys. I hope y'all really enjoyed this playthrough. I'm going to do some more videos on the channel. I'll be going to PAX for a few days, so you'll probably see sporadic and variety of content over the next few days. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. This is Zul'jin signing off, and we'll see you next time.